All right, so here's the breakdown of the federal budget as I see it. Canadian federal budget. Here we go. So, first thing I need to point out is the 78 billion in promised spending for 2025-2026. That slowly gets reduced over the next 5 years, but nevertheless, it's deficit after deficit for the next 5 years. They're calling it capital investment, but these are deficits, which means our national debt is going to go up even higher. Now, one thing I will say that I do like about the federal budget is that they are planning to cut a lot of the federal bureaucracy, or at least some of it, where they're, eliminating waste and different things like that to free up some extra money in order to spend it on other things. If you have ever been to a government office or any kind of federally run program, you probably understand that they could do without about half of the people that work there. Some of the outlines are kind of vague, but it talks a lot about investing in defense, the response to the tariffs that have been imposed by the USA and building a strong economy. One of the things that I would really like to see is a lot less red tape, especially when it comes to resource development, because that is our golden ticket to an economic boom, right? We've got tons of oil, we've got tons of lumber, we've got tons of natural resources. Obviously, developing these things responsibly is important, but, we could be so rich. I do like this, canceling the consumer carbon price and the middle class tax cut. Geez, can I read? These two things should spur the economy and encourage more spending. However, this Build Canada Homes is something that I'm just like, I'd like to see it, but it's not happening. Now remember, he can't really fix housing because his biggest supporters, the boomer generation, most of their wealth is tied up in their homes, right? So if he builds too much too rapidly, that'll cause their wealth to go down, and then they won't vote for him again, and then you get my point, right? They don't want that. So they'll probably build some, but don't hold your breath. At the end of the day, in order for this budget to go through, first of all, they have to vote on it in Ottawa, and a lot of people are saying that they're not going to support it. So unless somehow the Liberals can court a few more MPs, which it looks like they're doing over to the Liberal Party, it looks like they will not be able to pass it. And if they can't pass it, then we're going to have another election. But if they do pass it, remember, they are either going to need to raise our taxes or go ahead and borrow more money in order to do this, which, if you remember one of the videos I made earlier,